Welcome to the Packaging Perspective, video and podcast series brought to you by Packhelp. Every episode, we welcome an exciting new brand to learn about what makes them buzz, the trends taking off in their industries, and the fascinating role packaging plays in it all. Now let's move to trends in the beauty industry, because you mentioned it already. It's a very saturated market. There are a lot of competitors. So it feels like this industry is constantly evolving and you really need to stay ahead of the curve or at least know what's going on. So I want to hear from your perspective and from your experience, what are some of the current trends in the industry that, we should be aware of?
New trend, I wouldn't say, but very present is the influencer brand trend. It's very big in Spain and I think in Poland too, and all over the world.
Yes.
Also, more conscious consumers. We are very well informed nowadays with all the social media and things. People know about ingredients. They expect products to really work. So that's something as a brand you have to take in care. And that's the two things that comes on top of my mind right now.
Let's expand on that a little bit. Like, how do you see it impacts the beauty brands, and how maybe you as a brand you're leveraging on that trend? If
you start a brand as a nobody, you have a lot of challenges because you need to find your clients or your public. But the influencer that starts brands, they don't start from zero. So they have a big advantage because they all already have a big following. And it's been interesting to follow and see. Some of them have been doing really great and been developing really good products and have created a brands that are solid and others have tried to live on their name and not do that good with the actual product. But that's like everything. You have like a balance, no? Some people do it good and other people don't. It's a struggle for the non-influential brands. I heard a colleague in the industry say that I just hope an influencer doesn't decide to add our product to their product line, because then they're going to kill us because of the power that they hold.
And as a brand, are you also using influencer marketing?
Yes, of course. So that's the other side of it. We are also living with them. And I understand that they're taking back the power and saying, instead of selling all of these brands to all of these people, I can do this because I'm also good at it and I understand it and I respect it. And as a brand, we have been taking advantage and we take advantage of their power.
It's very interesting. I've never thought about it in this way, because on one hand, a lot of cosmetic brands are using influencers to build their audiences, but at the same time, those influencers can easily become their competitors with their own brands. So that's a very interesting take on that. Going back to second trend, which is consumers being more and more aware of a lot of things. I'm actually, again, now just thinking about it, I think we are very well educated in, like, we understand the ingredients, we know things about certificates, we know when the brands are greenwashing us. For a brand, it seems like a big challenge to address in your communication, in what you put on your product. So how do you deal with that?
You have to stay on top. Be honest. You can't like hide something, and because they can read ingredients and they understand it. So you have to stay on top, be honest, communicate, answer questions, just be really transparent with everything and try to improve. If you have some ingredients that before was considered okay and now is being criticized, but you have to reformulate your product, you have to adapt, you have to understand that the consumer is the one you need to comply to. So if they're asking for you to do better, you really have to, or you will disappear.
Have you had an experience of customers actually, or one customer pointing out or being like, maybe you should fix this or maybe you should fix that?
We had a big request on the product being vegan. there was a lot of demands, and we had to, and we had to, and we wanted to. So we reformulated and made the product vegan, which was a response direct to what the clients were asking for.
And how, as a brand, are you collecting the customer feedback?
Well, the easiest and fastest way is the comments you get on social media.
Of course.
It's you don't really need, but then you can also send out an email asking for opinions, but it's usually more like sincere what you can collect on your social media.
It's a natural platform for your customers to be, and I think it's more conversational. Like you can engage into conversation, you can follow up with some questions.
And the clients also engage with each other, which is really interesting to see how the conversation lives on without you. And they some defend you and others critique, and it's nice to see. It's interesting, and you can learn a lot from that. We try to stay alert and really. Of course, there's always some people that just like to complain, but many people give really good critique that are actually good for you to take in hand.
Are there any other trends that you observed on the market that are maybe worth noticing or giving a hint to people who are just starting out?
As a consumer, I've been noticing that cream products are feels like the big thing. Everything is in cream sticks now, from blush to highlighters to eyeshadows. You can find products that you couldn't find before in cream, and I like it. I think it's convenient. It's fun. It gives another type of glow when you use it, and it's an interesting development.
Yeah, I agree. I just bought a blush that's in cream, but I guess I took it for granted. Like I was not really thinking about its form, but how you explained it, that it's about the convenience and new form, I think that's something worth noticing. And also, just circling back to what you said earlier, sometimes it's about a little tweaks you can make as an upcoming brand. Maybe you will develop a highlighter, but maybe you will use a completely new form, like a stick or a cream or something else. So a product people are familiar with, but in a new shape or form.
Also, skincare-infused products is also coming really big. Like you have foundations, but they are actually serums, foundation, or lipsticks, but they are hydrating. Well, that's been on the market for a long time. But you can see
yes.
Skincare-infused makeup products becoming bigger, and also very interesting. I saw a video that a brand made makeup that you can sleep in, because it's really skincare, and it sounds really, really weird, but that's what their claim was, and maybe that's the direction we're all going. That it's makeup, but it's good for your skin, because. What I learned, at least, that you need to wash your face at night because the makeup is not good for your pores or your skin.
Yes.
But this brand claims that their makeup do good. So it's going to be interesting to follow that development.
Again, I think that's a very important trend, giving you, again, just a different approach to products that we all know. So pay attention. People who want to start their own cosmetics or personal care brands.